all-conference teams, led, of course, by Edgem and Kane, but don't look past George Niang. And Bert Smith will work this game. So the quarterfinals in the Big 12 Conference underway. Spradling will bring it down for Kansas State with the first possession.
Spradling's a guy that needs to stay on the floor. He's their catalyst in terms of moving that ball.
There you can see back out trying to set the table, and Williams from that left wing missed the first shot, taken away, and on the move. Here comes Kane, linked to the floor and one. That's what he could do. He's devastating.
You know what, Brent? He's got a great combination of size, speed, and strength. This is a play that he has made all season long. He comes at you at about 6'5" with the strength and power. More importantly, Will Spradling picks up his first, Brent.
Niang sets outside on that pick and roll, and Edgem, a good three-point shooter, missed that time, but he was open, and a putback is good by Monte Morris.
He wasn't the same, but Southwell starting to get it back.
Knocked away from Edgem, and Edgem is fouled by Owandu. Player of the year in the Big 12. Had some wonderful games. Canadian. Play on the Canadian national team. Foreign friend, you're certainly well aware of him. Look at those tremendous numbers that he turned in this season.
He was originally signed by Doug McDermott. Fred Hoiberg had to continue the recruiting process, and they have made a great team the first 4 years of Hoiberg's regime here. Down because part of the scouting report is no open looks for Southwell.
He's got 5 points already. Kick into the corner. That's set three, and it is good. Dustin Hogue from Yonkers, New York, into the scoring column. Niang.
I thought, Brent, in that last meeting, Iowa State did not spread the defense out the way they need to. Nice move there.
Yeah, Niang coming to the baseline.
Yeah, Niang's been in a little bit of a slump lately. 14 of 54, very, very solid freshmen, including Javon Thomas off the bench as well.
Steal. That's Nigel. And that saved it.
Oh.
And then a bad second pass and a turnover on the play. Should have had an easy two there, Frank.
Gosh, that's that wide.
Kane loads Edgem down low. Left hand. Running it down, however. Iowa State, and Edgem puts the offensive back that finally Niang, 3 chances, Niang finishes.
But right here, Brent, you know, Kansas State, a very good scouting report team. What does that mean? They try to take away your team's best strengths, and one of them obviously is Edgem. Watch the help on the inside on Edgem. This is by design, making it very, very tough for him to operate down low. A lot of purple bodies, good effort, physical play. Good job so far. Well, you mentioned the inability for Iowa State. There you go. To go inside, yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job jumping, double teaming. There's a lot of good help defense by the Wildcats here, but Niang finished this time.
No question. In the first 2 meetings, the Cyclones have gotten to the line an average of 29 times. So you've got to take Kansas State's aggressiveness and use it against them.
Both teams, of course, are going to move on to the big dance. Joey Brackett's better known to many as Joe Lenardi says. 7 are locks, and it's him on top right now. And again, the Wildcats are keeping him out from the middle, so they're going to fire up a 3-ball, and Naslon makes them pay. Tied at 19.
Super confident player off the bench for Fred Hoiberg.
Edgem comes baseline, and he's back on the free throw line. They're just asked.
You know what the official was thinking? You're a freshman. You know, a couple of in the defense. He went right to the rim. De facto defensive coordinator. But Brent, this all goes back to that Gene Cady toughness at Purdue that you witnessed for many years.
And he picked up his dribble on that, didn't he? Edgem gets his own miss back, muscles in, stuck with it, and that's what Edgem does very, very well. That's 5 points for the player of the year, and into Kane's hands. Kane's been fairly quiet offensively, but he gets a good assist on that, and Monte Morris nails it.
Well, that's right. He's from the Flint area near Detroit, and He was recruited by Michigan State, and Michigan actually offered him a scholarship, but they also offered his AAU teammate Derek Walton a scholarship. They basically said, whoever calls first to accept, that's who'll get the scholarship. Monte said, they told me that Derek called at 6:18 in the morning. I called at 6:24. At least that's what they told me. So Derek's at Michigan, and he's at Iowa State.
Niang. And now it's the Cyclones with a 5-point lead, and Niang with 10 points. Out by the Wildcats.
And Monte Morris, Brent, lost 5 games in his high school career. You think about that over 4 years. He is a winner. Played for Mike Williams.
Yeah, he's got it.
Numbers.
Headman. The feed and the basket by Dustin Hogue. Edgem decides. He felt it. Took it from outside.
You're starting to see vintage Iowa State offense right now. I think every guy on the floor has a basket.
Willing to go to his left, and he obliged. Now Southwell, that's offense.
Brent, you got to love the way they can really spread you out. Niang scoring from the perimeter. Don't forget Melvin Edgem, Player of the Year. This is an efficient group.
Between those two, so you don't want to miss that one, folks, coming up. 33-31. Cyclones with the basketball and a 2-point lead here. Kane off the dribble. His best offensive move of the game, coming down the right baseline. Kansas State once led by 6. Iowa State's led by 5. So far, we've had 2 lead changes in this game.
This is exactly what the experts thought, Brent, right? This kind of game.
All 4 of these games, they think it's going to be close all the way, and now Kane is really heating up.
What a season this guy has had. 3 years at Marshall, nondescript, maligned a little bit, been a choir boy in Ames.
Maybe a piece of the ball with his hand. Didn't think he made contact with the arm, and it's a 2-point game again at 2:27 first half. Dishing Morris, follow Edgem. And the foul is going to go against Williams, it looks like. Bunny down here. So he's been watching all of the first signs. Spradlin has it knocked away, turns it over. Numbers, here we go. Iowa State finishes with Naz Long for the hoop, and Weber's not going to like this. Their biggest lead of the first half. Be the conference tournament, but not this time. Kansas State turns it over again, and that's a mistake that could be very costly. Edgem underneath, scores easily.
All over.
An 8-point advantage. Wildcats, and they're just having a nightmare. That's 3 consecutive turnovers on the last 3 possessions.
Well, watch this, Brent. Iowa State, solid defensively, but they don't hang their hat on it. But here they're doing it, and Monte Morris, what a season he's had. Here's another opportunity to steal. And how about this, Brent? Saturday after the game against Oklahoma State, Monte Morris probably didn't sleep.
Very frustrated with his defense, allowing Iowa State to shoot 55% from the floor. They've got to do a better job of locking it down and taking care of the ball. Pretty simple.
Not that time. Niang on a good baseline feed just laid it in.
Well, they came out. We talked about the after timeout play. Spread it, posted.
Comes Kane. Over the top to Edgem. Not able to finish, and then gets his miss back. And it's a held ball. Southwell and Edgem. Kansas State basketball. Open man. Edgem. That's a blocking foul. Score and 1.
Press. Now watch Morris. He gets rid of it immediately, and Edgem is going to take off, create the 2-on-1, and Gibson trying to hold his ground. Edgem to the rim.
You know, this young man doesn't get enough credit for also being an academic All-American. He's got a 3.7 GPA in history. He's only the 5th Iowa State player to earn that honor. And guess what? He joins his coach, Fred Hoiberg, as the only first-team honorees from Iowa State. And there is Coach Hoiberg. 15 points for him. He's played very well all season long against Kansas State. They're back up by 6.
And so the players must adjust.
Edge attacks the double team, and he's on the free throw line.
On the defense, and Foster's not going to get there before it
goes over there to the bench. And of course, Edgem receiving the Player of the Year trophy here in the Big 12. And he's got it going offensively in this game. Nigel, and now Gibson helps on Kane. So that means in underneath is Hogue, and a pretty easy wraparound. On the drive, Morris, no. Iowa State having some trouble finishing, but not that time. A finish and a foul for Dustin Hogue, with Edgem watching.
When we talk about the big 3, you know what? This guy doesn't get a lot of credit. He got the chance to start early in the year, Dustin Hogue, when Melvin Edgem was out the first 3 games. But look at his effort.
With DJ Johnson, the big fellow defending him in underneath. So they're counting on Hogue to pick it up a little bit with Edgem. He's going to be checking back in at the next stop. Oh, wide open is Niang. Is out there. Morris, Niang, and Hogue. That's a Cyclone 5 right now. Niang, good pass on the inside. Half a minute, right?
Yep, exactly.
Number 4. George Hill tells us for 24 seconds before he picked up. For him not to be in foul trouble, what he does mentally. Kane's back on the floor. Thomas trying to get it back. Edgem with an offensive rebound. Loose ball on the floor. And this could be a held ball situation.
That's a foul.
He's pointing to a foul.
Yep, that's a
I think that's
call.
Kane.
That is a good call.
Kane and Foster both saddled with 4 fouls, watching from the bench. And contact down below.
Out of Yonkers, New York. Went to junior college and starting to make his mark.
Edgem 3. Boom, chocolate.
Monte Morris, little drive, draw to defense, kick, simple basketball by the freshman.
Been a big contributor here. Hogue down low, backing Gibson in. Turns with the jump shot.
Yeah, that was pretty. Gibson tried to hold his ground, and Hogue just pulled up and shot a jump shot.
So let's see if that's what Hoiberg wants to try to exploit. Too much camped in the corner. He hasn't moved. Now comes baseline. He does get himself posted underneath. Hogue fade. Beautiful shot. He's had a couple of great jump shots.
Big shot. You know, you talk about the big 3 like we played minimal minutes on Saturday against Baylor at home.
Now Kane and 1.
Great pass by Monte Morris. He's been doing that all day long.
And that's a foul on Nino Williams.
Great spin move by Kane. Sprat.
3, no, short of the iron. And then he reaches in on a foul. That can happen out of frustration. We see it in so many basketball games. You make a miss, you go after your missed shot.
Down. So there are no more Rice alums in Southwell at the end of the line.
What a day Hogue has had. He's above his average today, as you can see. Contributed 18 points and 10 rebounds. So he's picked up the slack for the Cyclones, and he puts them up by 2. Coming down to 5.5 minutes now. Great ball game here in Kansas City. Big 12 opening quarterfinal matchup. Kansas, Oklahoma State next. Wondu's been quiet. Still quiet. Hesitated, and the defense ate him alive. Edgem off the deck on the drive. And now it's a 4-point Iowa State pushing. 22 for the play. He drives. Did he foul? Yes. A huge moment in this game. Kane has fouled out. That is Gibson, who moved over with his big body the second half either. As a matter of fact, Niang with the 4 fouls. He's back now, Fran. And they post him right away. Jump hook. Yes, puts Iowa State back in the lead.
Well, that's another one of those what we call ATO plays. After timeout, right to Niang.
Niang drives the length of the floor, and the official said it was hit by Kansas State. On this, you could hear Coach Weber barking out defensive instructions. They get Nance long, hits the 3-ball on him. It's 81-78.
Look at Gibson guarding out at midcourt. Niang's going to try to take him off the dribble, but they switch.
Southwell's got him down low now. Gibson stays out with Edgem.
You're trying to play that 2-man game, Brent.
There they are, loading Niang. Back to Edgem in the lane. Oh, muscles up. Just strength. Pulled it away for the defender and scored to put the Cyclones up by 3.
Not sure he saw the rim that time.
Foster's been quiet since he came back on the floor. Strick turned it over. Morris puts it down. Numbers for the Cyclones. And long finishes. A big advantage now at the 145 mark. 85-80.
Coach Weber didn't call the timeout. They went right at Niang.
Knocked away for a moment from Niang. Spins. Comes down the lane. And one. 2 brilliant moves by Niang off the bench here, Fran.
He's got that mobility, Brent. He's so hard to guard. He's a unique player at 6'7". We've seen him score inside, but watch him operate with the dribble and then the ambidextrous ability to use his left hand.
You know, for his size, he's one of the best ball handlers we've seen this year.
No question. Great IQ, good passer. And perfect for the Fred Hoiberg system, wouldn't you say?
Outside of a minute, Cyclones with the ball and a 2-point advantage.
You want to use clock. And I'm wondering if Fred Hoiberg would go 2 for 1 here with the lead. I doubt it. He'll shrink the clock.
Edge attacks. Here comes Kansas State looking for the tie. Southwell loses it. Wrapped up by Hogue. Niang up the floor. They're going to have to foul somebody. And they do. They're going to put Naz Long on the free throw line.
It could have been, but I like the idea of being on the attack. If it's 4th, Brent, you attack quickly, go right to the rim and get the sure 2, unless it leads to the open 3 off the drive.
Our Wildcats have to really hurry. They have to score quickly and then foul.
Yeah, got to go fast.
Catch and shoot Foster again. And not this time, knocked away. Niang wraps it up. Iowa State survives and moves on. A gutty performance, putting 91 points on a tough Kansas State defense. Winning it by 6. Iowa Iowa State awaits the winner of the Kansas-Oklahoma State game.